something I have to share with you guys. Just gonna come out and say it. I'm addicted to pots. My balcony is full of pots. That's all I think about. I've got hundreds of pots just sitting around, and it hasn't been going on that long, but it's time for me to come out and say it. Seriously though, this place is a mess with pots and plants and a bunch of crap. Now that it's getting a little bit warmer, I do want to start cleaning this place up and making sure it's ready for me to get maximum gains. And I learned the trick. Those big YouTubers didn't want you to know. What they do is they just make a video about some boring stuff that they're already doing and try and make it interesting. And that way, I could take care of my chores and make a video at the same time. Oh my god. Almost just died on that. And that's why you need a clean setup, so you don't fall over. I've got like a mess over here. This potting area, this is all a mess. I've got a bunch of stuff just hanging out. Ring stuff is just, all in all, just not clean. And today we are gonna be cleaning that up. You're gonna enjoy it. I know you will. So if you were wondering what 4 years of gathering calisthenics equipment on a balcony looks like, ta-da! The plan is to get as much of this on the ceiling or the walls or off the ground as possible, possibly those shelves. I think it'd be really cool to mount these like up here, like that somehow. Would two fit? Two fit. Oh, do you see that? It's all about wasted space. How much can you fill your empty spaces? And that's how you make a not wasteful space. It sounded dumb. I don't know, that's gonna look sick. Sweet. That's the first thing we're gonna need to design in 3D print. Wonder if there's a simple solution to mount these bands. Hang them on a hook. I've got these little plate dumbbells sitting around all the time. I wish they fit over this. These are the handstand canes that I made for the DIY Nordic board. They would have been perfect little, like, imagine weights just sitting on those. Let's categorize heavy things and not heavy things. Heavy things, we have weights and weight vests and weights and more weights, and then the Nordic curl board. And not heavy things, we have a weight belt, another belt device, some more belts. I think that the Nordic board might fit under here if I clean out all the nasty stuff that's under there. I'm just a little afraid of spiders coming out of here, because I know there's a bunch. Sweet. I don't know how I didn't think of this before. Chuck this out to the side and see what happens. Oh, that's nice. That's real nice. Oh yeah. I was expecting to have to force it into the closet somewhere, and that's great. The only other big thing we have is this huge big thing, and I don't think there's gonna be any way to hide this from the world. The next thing we're gonna do is print some mounts to put this guy on the ceiling. It's gonna take a while to print, so we should get that going. Alright, we got the first version all printed out, and I feel like this actually might be super useful for anything I need to hook, because I put mounting holes on the sides here, going that way and going that way, so I can kind of hook this, any which way I want to. But the main point of these were to secure these guys. And will they do it? Looks like they just might. Worked as good as I expected. Might as well get a bunch of those printed out in the meantime while we finish up the rest of this, because it's going to be probably 4 hours or 5 hours of printing or something like that. This is what we're doing next. The pot addiction. That needs to be culled. All of those pots. So if you couldn't tell, I've been kind of busy lately, and YouTube hasn't been my #1 priority. As I said in a few videos ago, I got a new job, and I've been working pretty hard doing that lately, so This has kind of slipped down the whole priorities list. It's actually been hard for me to even get my workouts in lately. That's why you're gonna get videos like these every once in a while where I'm doing something that is not the most exciting thing to do. And I appreciate you guys sticking around. I just want you to know that I am still trying my hardest, even though it looks like I might not be. Lightest stuff should definitely go on top here. Too shabby. So check this out. I was planning on making some hooks to hang these rings off of, and then I realized I could just hang it off of the top of my pull-up bar. Isn't that so convenient? And so when I'm done, I'll just right up, bam, just like that. Much more out of the way. So it's the next day, and we've got a bunch of these guys printed out. Time to get these up and see if they work. Alright, check this out. Lift, slide, down. That is super secure. I really want to hang a weight off this to see how much I could put on it, but I shouldn't. That works great. Run into a fatal problem if I have my second one up here. Our unlocking mechanism no longer works for the first. I have to unscrew all this and move it about an inch further that way so it can slide out from the top. This was much too much work. All thanks to my A+ plan at the beginning of this. And I'll have like a little zoop, another one. I think we're gonna call that good enough. We're going to do a quick ease of use test. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, look at that. That's actually pretty easy. Other than this thing. Not too shabby. Oh, hummingbird. If you thought these might be getting in the way of me doing pull-ups, well, first of all, I'm still not doing pull-ups, so that's not a problem. But I usually do my pull-ups on the other side of this guy. So we were able to clear out a lot of what was in that corner back there. Actually, everything that was in that corner. We moved all of the heavy stuff to the shelves, all the weights, the belts, as much as we could. We filled this thing up. Also hung those parallettes up there. I think they're looking pretty good. Not probably the most secure or easy setup, but they definitely are working well. And I'm pretty happy with it. Got the rings out of the way, and it looks way better with nothing hanging down, and I would always hit my head on everything, so I'm glad those are not easily hittable with my head. And all in all, just made this place look a lot better, a lot more space. I think most importantly, I was able to get rid of a lot of the pots, and I think there's only one thing left to do. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me as I cleaned up my balcony. That's it for this video. Good luck in your training, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.